Hey friends, how are you? Welcome to Reads and Eats. My name is Fiona. I hope you're well and you've had a good week. Mine, as you saw from last week's video, sorry, I'm just adjusting the laptop. Yeah, last week I wasn't great. I had a sinus infection and the doctor, I reckon it was trying to head into my chest, so the doctor very kindly gave me antibiotics, which was great. But she gave me heavy strength ones just to try and knock it in the head, and I'm not joking, they floored me. It was like I was like a zombie. Just didn't manage to do very much at all. Slept for quite a while. This week I'm better. I'm off the antibiotics. Still got a residual bit of it, I was like a cold, but nothing like it was. But I'm still so tired. It's like I slept for 11 hours last night, which was great. It can be the norm for me. I was up once during that time period, but I got back to sleep immediately. But at the moment, I could just crawl back into bed and sleep. But hey ho, that's life. That's part of this wonderful condition I have, plus what happens when you have an infection and antibiotics on top of it. So yeah, fun and games. But hey ho, we're not here to talk about that, are we? No, we're here to talk about books. So I did somehow manage to finish A Discovery of Witches by Deborah Harkenss. I like Storm. I'm doing Storm from Storm Reads. If you haven't seen her channel, I'll leave a link down below. But Storm and I both love this series, and she, like me, or me like her, we're doing a reread of the whole series before the new one comes out, so that we've got totally refreshed on it. I absolutely adored this one. It's really funny because Beth from Soul Stained Ink, if you haven't seen her channel, again I'll leave a link down below, she decided to read it last week, and she's been sort of sending me messages going, "Ooh, what? Hey!" So it's been really fun to sort of hear her reactions to reading this, and hopefully Beth and I will buddy read Shadow of the Night together, and then the Book of Life and Times Convert. So, but no, really enjoyed this one. 5 out of 5. If you don't know what that one's Discovery of Witch is about, we meet Diana, who is a witch, and she is in Oxford doing research for a paper that she's going to deliver, and she brings up this manuscript, Ashmole 728, or is it 827? I think it's 728. It doesn't matter, and it's enchanted, and she doesn't. It to begin with, it won't unlock, and then it opens, and there are various things that have happened to it. So she just puts it back in the stacks. But this has attracted the attention of other witches, of vampires, of demons. Okay, and one vampire in particular, Matthew de Clermont, and he wants the manuscript, but he then he likes Diana, and there is a convention that says that that there can't be any relationships between demons and vampires, demons and witches, witches and vampires, witches and demons, etc., etc. But it's like, will Matthew and Diana say, well, to hell with it, we're going to have a relationship anyway, or do they stick to what is said? But Diana kind of, does she know about this? Does she not know about this? Why is she, she doesn't want to use her magic. Why does she not want to use her magic? So we have all of this wrapped up in that story. So absolutely delightful. I really enjoyed it. Then I'm afraid that when I'm ill, I tend to go back to childhood books that I really maybe don't have to think too hard about, and I can just enjoy. And I read 3 middle grade books while I wasn't well, because it's just something I wanted to do. So I read Hilda, Annersley, Headmistress, Lesely, Green. Now this is part of the Chalet School series. This is a fill-in, and this is to do with Hilda Annersley, who is the headmistress of the Chalet School. It takes part in the time period of Gay Lambert from China, that time period of the Chalet School there in Hampshire. It's wartime, and it's so 4 mistresses from the Chalet School: Miss Annersley, Miss Wilson. Who else was there? It was Madam. Oh, for goodness sake. Madame de Lachenez, and who else? One of the other teachers. Oh, for goodness sake. But it's the 4 senior mistresses anyway of the Chalet School. And they were in a car crash or a bus crash, and Hilda's the one that is hurt the most. She has a head injury, and it's touch and go whether she recovers, and it's the story of if she recovers, how she recovers, and what happens within the meantime. I really enjoyed it. It took me back, and it gave me insights into various things, but it gave us a lot more insight into Hilda Annersley. She's a great character. I love the Abbess. That's what they call her. I really like her as a character. She's gentle but fair. Or she can be strong but fair. In some ways at times the punishment meets the crime sort of thing. So yeah, really, really enjoyed that one. I then went back to almost the beginning, and I read the second one, Jo of the Chalet School. This is their second sort of year, or second year in the Turnsea, and it's what happens while they're there, who they meet, the new girls that arrive. There is part of the thing I love about this is we see Jo, Madge, and the Robin in Innsbruck for Christmas, and just those scenes are just so delightful. I really, really do enjoy those scenes in particular. But no, it was full of adventure and just a really good boarding school story. And then the last one I read was the follow-on, the fill-in from Jo of the Chalet School. That's Juliet of the Chalet School by Caroline German. So in this one we find Juliet as our second head girl. She's really not sure that she should be head girl. She has some problems. How does she overcome them? There's a character that was the games captain, but she's now been made games prefect, and the power goes to her head. So we have that. We also see the arrival of Miss Wilson Bill, who is a fantastic character as well. And it's her first terms there. Really, really enjoyed it. A great fill-in. We see more friendships develop, and how they develop, and how that affects the characters, etc. So thoroughly enjoyed that one. I then listened to on my Kindle, because there are times when I can't read at night, particularly when I go to bed, so I tend to use audio. And I read Cottage by the Creek by Elizabeth Bromkett. This is book 4 in the Birch Harbour series. So we're getting more about the Hannigan sisters, and are they still trying to find their father? What are each of them doing? In this one, Clara, the youngest, has been stepped up from middle grade to high school teaching. So it's her finding her feet. It is how she's dealing with some new freshmen that have come in, or the new freshmen that have come in. One of them in particular is causing problems, and it's also how her sister Megan's daughter Sarah, who's a senior, is you know, coping with being in the school and trying to make friends and things like that. It is really, really good. I've really been enjoying Birch Harbour. I've got one more to go, and I will finish that series, which is really, really nice. It's like not one of the series that I expected to work on this year, but it just seems to have worked out that way that I have. So that's kind of what I've read. What am I reading at the moment? I'm reading Before Buckhorn by B.J. Daniels. This is book 4 in the Buckhorn series. Or is it book 3? Hold on. This is the 4th one. So just started it, only in chapter 7. Interesting so far. I am enjoying it. This was the 3rd series that I'd said for my SAS list that I wanted to work on. So yes, so I'm enjoying it so far. I'm going to be really interested to see where this goes. And what I have discovered is that book number 3.5 is actually at the end of this book. Why don't they put it at the beginning? I'm sorry. Hello, publishers. If you're going to put an in-between book into the next book, put it at the beginning. Especially if it's 3.5, you put it before book 4. You know, hello, it's not rocket science. So I was going to go and I thought, do I read book 3.5 first? And I thought, no, just read book 4. Because I couldn't be bothered to go to the back and fiddle around with getting the pages, and then, oh no. So yeah, so that's what I'm reading with that. And then on my Kindle, I'm reading an e-arc of Summer at the Sea Glass Cove by Jenny Kane, which is to do with marine archaeology and trying to save a museum in the town and things like this. So it's interesting. I've read Jenny Kane before. I've really liked her Potting Shed series, and I've read a couple of her Mill Grange series. This one it's quite slow. You know, it's going to be, I think, a very, very gentle read, which is fine, which is great. I could do with the pace being upped a bit, but apart from that, no, I am enjoying it. So that's kind of what I'm reading. What are my plans for this weekend? Not a lot. Beautiful day here today. Temperature is about 20 degrees C. Sunny, blue skies. I may go and sit outside and read for a wee bit. So that could be that. There's rugby tonight. There's rugby tomorrow. It's very much a rest weekend for me, having just obviously come off medication, so very much a rest weekend. Mum has said if I feel good tomorrow, maybe tomorrow morning, she and I will go to a strip mall that's about 3/4 of an hour away from us. She wants a few summer things, I want some summer stuff. So we'll maybe go and do that. We'll see how we feel. Neither of us will push it. Because at the moment she's got a migraine, so I don't want her pushing things at all. So that's it. But that's it for this video. Short and sweet, friends. But I'm sure you don't mind. But please come chat with me down in the comments. Have you read any of the books I've mentioned? If so, what did you think of them? I'd love to know. Do any of them appeal to you? Again, I would love to chat with you. Let me know what you've been reading this week and what you're going to be doing this weekend and reading this weekend. I would really love to know. But until my next video, friends, stay safe. Happy reading. Bye!